Mountains high as sunlight glows. Mother puts your nervous hands. Every corner like a stone. Oh, Africa land so great. Love for you will always stand. Nature's beauty, oh, in your splendor we are found. Every step's a market size. Colors bright, the music loud. Unity in every slice. In your beauty we are proud. Not to have to Cape Town. Every place to wear your crown. I'll be strong. Africa, a heart so down. Africa, land so blue. Love for you will always stand. Make your beauty all around. In your splendor, we are. All night so long, love for you will always stand. Make your beauty all around. In your splendor, we are bound. We come from all these sides, colors, bright, and music loud. Unity in every sight. In your beauty, we are proud. From Sahara to Cape Town, every place you wear your crown. Unity in every size, in your beauty we are proud. From Sahara to Cape Town, every place you wear your crown. Heart be strong, never down. Africa, my heart so tight.
No. I'm sorry, me possible.
Every place we wear your crown. Heart be strong, never down. Africa, our heart so tight. Oh, Africa, land so grand. Love where you will always stand. Oh, make your beauty all around. In your splendor, we are found. Oh, oh, sunrise on the savannah. Golden light so clear and warm. Heartbeat in the wilderness. Africa, this is your charm. Lions roaring, rivers dance. Mountains high and sunlight glow. Mother earth in nourish hands. Every corner like a snow. Oh, Africa, land so grand. Love for you will always stand. Let your beauty all out. In your splendor we are found. Things of the market sights. Colors bright, the music loud. Unity in every sight. In your beauty we are proud. From the heart to Cape Town, every place you wear your crown. Heart be strong, never fight. We come a heart so tight. Land so bright, love for you will always stand. Make your beauty all around. In your splendor we are found. Land so bright, love for you will always stand. Make your beauty all around. In your splendor we are found.
Everybody good afternoon.
love, unity in every fight. In your life, we are proud.
That's what he said. Episode, is it to meet with them now?
From Sahara to Cape Town, every place we wear your crown. From Sahara to Cape Town, every place we wear your crown. Your heart is strong, never down. Africa, a heart so tight.
Okay, but let me see what I can do, please. Let me see what I can do.
From Sahara to Cape Town.
I'm in the house, I'm in a training. I'm in that agriculture training starting by 4. That's agriculture training that I was taking. So,
Your mic is on.
okay, let me take it. Okay, okay. All right, so let me move to the other side.
So grand, love when you were always stand. Pictures all around in your splendor, waiting up.
Can you give me this?
Hello.
Right,
Hello,
start.
everyone.
Yes, mommy is here.
Hello. Yes. Hello. People are coming in. Okay. As you join in, you know what to do. Please, what's your mind?
Every place where you come.
As you are coming in, you already know what to do. Mute your mic. Bring your pen and paper. Ensure you get a seat. Anybody that is standing is going out. Please get a seat. All right. Okay, so we usually start by 4. Sorry for the little delay. Just trying to just wait for 1 or 2 people to join us again. And welcome. Welcome to the last day of the training. Welcome. Those of us that have been here since the day 1, we see you, we know you, and we hear you. We see that you are very anxious to become a better farmer. And you're not just interested in being a farmer, you are very interested in becoming a better farmer. Thank you. Thank you for your dedication towards this training. More importantly, thank you to our trainers and facilitators. Thank you so much. Before I continue my Thanksgiving, you know we are in December now, so it's Thanksgiving all around. Let me call on the program officer. Let me call on Mr. Mark to come and give us the announcement. Mr. Mark, please, can we have the announcement?
Hello. Good evening, everyone.
Good
Good evening,
evening.
everyone. Yeah,
Good evening,
good
Mr.
evening. Can
Mike.
we all hear me?
Yes. Okay, me, I can hear you. Can others, can you hear him? Please unmute and answer if you can hear him.
Yes,
Okay, good evening, everyone. So, please, my announcement today will be very, very little, very, very short. And let me, good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's training. How are we doing? Can we all hear me, please?
yes, go ahead.
Yes, please go on. We can hear you.
All right, all right. Good evening,
Yes.
everyone. Welcome to today's training, and I am very, very happy to be with us today. We have run up to today, which is going to be the last training for the Better Farmers Training Projects for this first batch. Can we all put our hands together for ourselves? Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming around. Thank you for being here. Thank you for attending the training. Thank you to our facilitators for always being here, for impacting us. Thank you to the moderators. Not too much talk. I'm going to give few announcements, and then I'm going to call on our executive director. He's here with us in the call to give us more announcements. One announcement I'm going to give is the one that we have been shouting and saying for a long time, which is happening today. The training materials will be shared at the last day of the training, and today is the last day of the training. Before I forget, for those that are following us on YouTube, please remember that we have not forgotten you. If you can hear me very well, say hi in the live chat, say hi, say hello, and let us know that you are following us on YouTube as well. So, welcome to today's training. The materials will be dropped for free. And thank you to those that joined us in our growth challenge for all our social media pages. If you have not done that, please do well to follow us on all our social media pages. Follow us there, join the challenge, and also grow with us. Then also remember that this is a place to network also. Remember, this is a place to network also. So feel free to network before you finish the training. Ensure that you've networked and you've known more people. So I'm going to stop there for now. I'm going to please invite our executive director in the person of Mr. Can we put our hands together for executive director in the person of? Before I do that, let me hand over to the moderator. Moderator, please.
All right. Okay, so they said that we are inviting our executive director, and some of us are just looking. I hope you know that without our executive director, there is no GSAI and there is no better training farming, better farmers training. So put your hands together or you leave my class. You know how we do it. Okay. Okay. I see our facilitator is even clapping. And I'm seeing some people that are not clapping. Put your hands together as we invite our executive director, Mr. Daniel Black. Please.
Thank you, everybody. Please, if you can hear me, give a thumbs up. I'm seeing the claps more. Please give a thumbs up. Let me know that you can hear me. Can you change the emojis to thumbs up so I'm sure that you can hear me? Moderator, can you hear me? Okay, excellent, excellent. I can see the thumbs up. All right. So, good evening, everybody, and I want a special thank you to everybody that has been here, that have been part of this. I just couldn't allow this training to finish, this batch of the Better Farmers Training Project to finish without at least coming to address the participants, address everybody that has been part of this training. I want to especially thank you all for
But
ensuring
your voice is actually low.
my voice is low.
Yes, sir.
Is it better now? I'm using okay. Or do I change it from the sound settings? Is it better now?
Maybe you just continue. It's still very low.
Okay, I'm trying to get a different. Okay, let me do this.
All right, it should be better now, right?
Yes, way better. Yes, thank you.
Okay. All right. So yes, I was thanking all the farmers. These are not students. These are farmers here who have decided to participate and become better farmers and do better. And that is the ultimate vision of GSAI. Like has been introduced. My name is Daniel Black, and I'm opportune. I'm privileged to be the executive director of Growth for Sustainable Agriculture Initiative, and it's an immense pleasure to work with this team, the project officer, the moderators, Ekemini, and every other person that has been working at the back end to make sure that this project is a success. It was birthed out of the dream that I am a farmer myself. I have been farming for the past 15 years. I've been farming vegetable crops. I've been farming tuber crops down in the southern part of Nigeria and recently in the northern part of Nigeria. So I can say I have gotten a little bit of experience and interaction with farmers, and I know firsthand what the farmers are going through. And I now discover that we have so many farmers in Nigeria. So, in fact, almost everybody is a farmer. So I now discover that we do not want more farmers in Nigeria. What we want are better farmers. And when I reached out to the team that we are working with, I discovered that yes, everybody agrees that we want better farmers and we cannot just sit down and everybody's wishing. So we decided to take an action, and that action has birthed the Better Farmers Training Project. I want to thank all the participants who have indicated interest to be part of this to improve their skills. And I'm sure that you have learned, you have gotten something out of this training that you have been part of over the course of the 3 weeks, over the course of the 6 classes. I also want to specifically thank the facilitator, Mr. Lucky Ohazurike. I don't know how many of you know the organization IITA, but IITA is one of the foremost agricultural research institutes in Africa. And Mr. Lucky Ohazurike is a supervisor in IITA and agreed to come on this training on a volunteer basis. He agreed to come in. By the time we shared the vision with him, we informed him that we want to train farmers, we want to make farmers in Nigeria better. And we shared the vision with him. He agreed to join us and contribute to this training via his wealth of knowledge over 30 years in this industry. So I want to also thank him for being part of this and staying true to the course from class 1 to the last class. He has been part of the class. He has given us training materials, and I've been getting feedback from the students, and I know that he did not treat this project, oh, because I'm volunteering, he treated it lightly. No, he has given a very in-depth and very, very experience-laden training. And yes, I can see from the students' reaction that I am not wrong. So thank you very much, sir, for putting your best, for putting your all in this training and contributing to the betterment of agriculture and food security in Nigeria. So I thank you all for being part. And this is not just the end. Like you know, this is just batch 1. We will be putting out a question, not necessarily a question, a post on social media, and we'll be asking you, in batch 2, which will be somewhere around February and March 2026, what courses would you like to see in the training in batch 2? What courses would you like to be trained on in batch 2? And I assure you, we keep on saying that these trainings are free, 100% free. Yeah, we had some people ask a question about the certificates. These are just donations that we have requested. If you were to pay, if you were to meet Mr. Hazurike, the facilitator for this course, to train you on how to manage pests in your farms or in your animal or crop farm, you would be paying nothing you'll be paying nothing less than 500,000 naira, half of a million naira, because of the level of knowledge and the level at which he operates. But you are here. So the donation you are giving for the certificate is just to help push the program. It's just that, okay, we have done this batch. Next batch, we need funds to be able to keep it going, and you are donating towards that cause. But like the moderator or the project officer has announced, you will all be getting the training materials on the WhatsApp group for free. Yeah, shout out to all those on YouTube too. You will be getting the training materials. You've had access to the class. Nobody has been stopped from attending the class because you did not pay for certificate and all. Certificate is very optional. That is if you want. And like we said, it is a donation to the organization. That being said, we've also had people that have reached out to us via DM to say, oh, I had my financial plans and I did not have this in plan. Please, can you give us more time? So I want to beg the project officer. I know he may not be happy about this, but I'm just going to use my position, my veto position, to say that we are going to extend the donation for certificates till 27th of December. So if you can plan and go and make payment within now, from now till 27th of December, you can still be accommodated in the certificates that you can be getting for this program. However, those that have already given their donations between the beginning and today, which was the initial last day for the donation for certificates, you will be getting your certificates next week. Hopefully by Monday, you will get a confirmation email confirming that confirming your donation and letting you know the exact day you will be getting the email to download your e-certificate. So before Friday, you will now get an email that will give you link to download your e-certificates. And like we showed you in the sample emails, in the sample certificate, these certificates are not just those certificates that we type and send out. They are verifiable. These are certificates that wherever you tender it and they want to confirm the source of the certificate, they can always verify it using the barcode that we have put on the certificate as a security feature. So we are not just giving out certificate of attendance, we are giving you certificate of training in these courses. So these certificates give you an edge. If you're looking for a contract, if you're looking for a job, if you're looking to boost your CV, these certificates can come in very, very handy. So in a bid to accommodate those that have requested, have pleaded for more time, there will be more time extended till 27th of December 2025. After then, we close it out and then give out certificates to those that are paid during this extension period. But those that had paid before, up and until today, if you pay before the end of today, you will get your certificates next week. Those that will pay during the extension period, during the grace period, will get their certificate after the extension period. So that is how it is going to go. Also, okay. Yeah, the project officer has done a lot in terms of our social media. Whether you have donated for certificate or not, we also want to request as a gesture of appreciation for the in-depth training you've gotten throughout this period. You can go on our social media, like it, share it, make a post, talk about us, because one of the ways that you can help us is to publicize what we are doing so that we can possibly get more support, more donations, if at all, to be able to carry out these trainings. Nigerian farmers need training. Nigerian farmers need to do better. Nigerian farmers need to be able to compete with farmers in developed world. And the only way they can do this is through the trainings. Lastly, finally, before we go into the class today, I want to encourage you, whatever you have learned here, do not just learn it as something you just learned in 2025. Practice it and implement it in your farms, and you will see the difference. You will see the difference in your yield. You will see the difference in the quality of harvest. You will see the difference in the income you make as a farmer. That is the reason we are doing these trainings. It's not for the certificate, it's not for your donations. It is so that by 2026 or within the next 5 years, which is our major goal, we would have trained 1 million farmers to be better farmers. And by then, we'll begin to see better ways of doing things. We'll begin to see better farmers, which will result in better food production, better yield, and better income. Farmers will begin to be very profitable businessmen. That is the essence why we are doing this, to ensure that we do not fall into the trap of food insecurity. So once again, thank you so much to the moderator, to the facilitator, to the project officer, to the team behind, and of course, to the participants. I wish all of you best of luck in the coming holidays. The Christmas is almost here. Wish all of you best of luck, and I believe that what you're going to learn here is going to be very, very impactful and very, very useful to you in the coming days. Thank you so much, everybody. And any further questions, I'm sure that the project officer will take it on from there. Thank you.
Please put your hands together for him. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for that impactful lecture on why you started the GSAI and the better training farming and better farming training. All right. We appreciate you and the GSAI team. Okay. This is our last day, as you all know. last day for the last training on the IPM, and Mr. Lucky has been doing wonderful and exceptionally for the past how many trainings. And I remember that there are times that he will say, okay, on the fourth lesson we'll do this, on the third lesson we'll do that. And I am sure he has covered all that. I'm sure he has covered all that. So today we are here to hear what he's going to tell us finally. And on that note, let's put our hands together for Mr. Lucky. Put your hands together for Mr. Lucky. You're still, hey God. I'm going to remove that chair that you're sitting on. Oh. I'm going to remove that chair. I told you to get a seat, and now you're sitting down too comfortably. All right, all right. So thank you so much, Mr. Lucky. Please take up.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me. It's a privilege. I also want to appreciate Oga Daniel Black. Thank you. Thank you, all the participants. It has been so great. Today, we are in the last class, and we're going to talk on this class is on Module 6, which is on monitoring, surveillance, and record keeping. In Module 1, I deliberately skipped this class so that we will have it now. Then immediately after this, we now go into our capstone project. I would like you to indulge me. Please, like I said before, all of us are farmers. In one way or the other, you already know the chemicals to apply, you already know what to do, but you can never stop learning. I mean, something you don't know that you come across today. Please, kindly pay attention. You will see from the next slide, from the first first module, we talk about basic principles of IPM. And I try as much as possible to from some of us that we are not here from the first module to today. Let me also explain what the IPM stands for. IPM stands for Integrated Pest Management, which is in a simple and in a very good way. It is the combination of other agricultural practices to combat pests in our farm. When you use not just chemical, you use other farm practices like cultural practices, physical practices, mechanical control, and use biological control, then, if possible, not even use chemical. Then this is IPM. So we have gone through these basic principles of IPM, and we have gone through number 1, number 2, number 3. This is number 4, required routine monitoring of crop and pest condition. I deliberately skip the monitoring, the surveillance, so that we can discuss about it today. Monitoring. The backbone of any IPM program requires routine monitoring of pest population and crop condition. Without this information, you cannot make an intelligent pest management decisions or recommendations. If you are not monitoring pest population, how do you know if you are at the economic threshold? How do you know when it is the best crop stage to treat? How do you know if you have pests at all? Maybe you will have high pest population and not even realize until it is too late. Pest monitoring, sometimes called field scouting, is an activity that can be accomplished by anyone with a little advanced training. In the simplest sense, a field scout must be able to tell a healthy plant from an unhealthy plant. Realistically, a field scout must know, one, how to properly identify pests and their damage. You know, in our Module 2, we talk about pests and its identification. So if you're going to be a very good monitoring and evaluation person in IPM, you must be a very good scout, and a very good scout must know how to properly identify pests and their damages. 2, you have to get an accurate assessment of pest population. That is why most of the times you see me, I said, when you go to the farm, carry handlers. This you will discover, it will baffle you. You'll be surprised at what you see. We have already talked about the importance of accurate pest identification. We must also know how to sample for a specific pest. A field scout objective is to provide an accurate and unbiased objective of pest population. What tools and procedures do you use for alfalfa? What procedure do you use for alfalfa weed? What even procedure do you use for potato leaf hoppers? Both of these examples are pests on alfalfa. However, the sampling procedure is different. Alfalfa weevils are not easily dislodged with an insect sweep net, and therefore require that we monitor the amount of foliage they consume and make a damage recommendation based on that observation. Most of the times, alfalfa weevils are not easily dislodged, like you said, with an insect sweep net, and therefore require that we monitor the amount of foliage that consumes and make damage recommendation based on that observation. Potato leafhoppers, on the other hand, do not chew on their alfalfa leaves, but instead suck plant sacks. We cannot monitor this or their damages, nor are they easily counted on alfalfa foliage because they are small, tiny, very small, easily fly when disturbed. Immediately touch the alfalfa leaf, they will just fly. Instead, we must use the insect sweep net and count the number of adults. We count the number of adults and the nymphs that are caught. For the second generation corn borers, one sweet corn, we count the number of egg laid on larvae, on leaves. Different pests require different scouting practices. So, for you to make a very good scout or monitoring person, you need to be a very good scout. You need to be able to identify the pest. Because if you can't identify the pest, you won't be able to, there's no solution to it. The best solution is to first identify the pest. Next slide. Monitoring insects and natural enemies. Pest surveillance and forecast are essential tools. Please go back a little. Go back. They're essential tools in IPM, which helps in making management decisions. Pest surveillance refers to the constant watch on the population dynamics of pests, its incidence, and damages on each crop. Pest surveillance, which we know as monitoring, this is the regular observation and data collection. Most of us as farmers don't even collect data. It is important that we do data collection and we do record. This is the regular observation and data collection on pest, disease, and environment condition in the field. The goal is to detect pests early. Early. Because if you detect it early, then there's a solution. Don't move to the preventive control. You have to detect pests early, understand their population level, and decide when control is needed. Example of pest surveillance: using pheromone trap for fall armyworm in maize. The number of moths caught per night tells the farmer if the population is rising. If the trap you set catches 4 that exceed a threshold, then take for instance 20 moths per week, spraying is recommended. It means they are much. Weekly scout of rice field for stem borers larvae. The farmer checks 20 to 30 here for dead heart symptoms. If dead heart exceed 5%, action is needed. Observing weather, humidity, and leaf wetness. High moisture alerts farmers to possible fungal disease like leaf spot or blight. Monitoring ticks load on cattle. Counting tick per animal to know when dipping or spraying is necessary. Pest forecasting. Pest forecasting are surveillance data plus weather condition plus pest biology to predict when and where pests will appear and how severe they will be. It helps farmers prepare before the outbreak occurs. When you do pest forecasting, this is what you get. Forecasting armyworm outbreak using weather data. Example, rainfall plus one night gives you a perfect for armyworm egg hatching. When you are in this program, when you are in the farm, it's better you pay attention to your surrounding. With forecasts of armyworm, you'll be able, when you combine the rainfall and you know that this rainfall and there's a warm night, this is a perfect opportunity for armyworm to hatch their eggs. Extension agents or farmers send alerts by SMS advising farmers to start scouting immediately when they notice that the rainfall, there's going to be a rainfall, and then there will be a warm night. That is why we are advised to be in groups like this, Better Farmer platform, where they will be able to help farmers. They assist farmers in a lot of ways. Then we see that we have the concept in the table, we have the meaning, we have the example. The surveillance says it's well explained there. Why it matters: it reduces unnecessary spraying, prevents crop losses, save money, and protect beneficial insects. Support IPM in very good ways. Then we also looked at the 6 IPM program essential, like we talked, the monitoring. This includes the regular site inspection and trapping to determine the type and the pestation level of pest and at each site. We have satellite technology can be used, scouting tags, field activity log, satellite imagery, AI algorithm. Then we have historical field productivity data, weather analytics. Most of these big farms need to have even weather data captured in their farm. It helps. Using satellite imagery also help in monitoring. How do you do that? Field monitoring is a daily task that requires a lot of time. Yet, with satellite technology, we can monitor crop remotely. Crop monitoring is a digital platform that grants an opportunity to check any farm field on a daily basis, regardless of its size or location. Just log in into the platform, select the field, and get all the available information. You know that wherever your farm is today in Nigeria, if you give me the coordinates, if I log it in, I will tell you what you planted. I will be able to tell you if I take a satellite image on Monday and I take another one on Friday. Believe me, you will see a difference in the image, and that will tell you that possibly there's problem in the farm. Crop monitoring provides valuable scouting features, allowing you to, one, effectively detect vegetation decline in the field. Set scouting tags to check a specific area using GPS coordinates. Assign a task to anyone from your team. Get a comprehensive report with inspection details, including attached photos of a specific area. Believe me, sometimes when I go for farm inspection, or when I go for monitoring evaluation, or when I go to set up a farm for somebody, sometimes the information I have using satellite imagery or using GPS coordinates, I will see what is on ground even if I get it, so that I'll be able to make a very good decision and recommendation. Now, let's take an example. Here we have the potato leaf hoppers scouting. During this period, during this monitoring, what we need is an equipment. The equipment we need for in a farm that has potato leaf hoppers scouting. We have the equipment is 15 in diameter. That's the equipment is 15 diameter. Insect strip net. Timing, it starts on regrowth of second crop above. Frequency, you scout once each week. Scouting pattern, you work W-shaped pattern in the field. Take 20 consecutive sweeps in each of the 5 areas along the W-shaped pattern. That's in total 100 total sweep. You count the number of potato leaf hop names and adults divide by 100. You will get what you need. Here is a set of instructions to monitor potato leaf hopper in your farm. Hopefully, this will give you some idea of the detail need for field scouting. Like we have already mentioned the equipment. You cannot sample the edge of a field and expect leaf hopper population to be the same in the middle as on the edge. Remember that the objective of a field scout is to get an accurate and unbiased sampling of pest population. So I would recommend working the field in W-shaped pattern. Stop at 5 random areas with the W-shaped pattern. At each stop, take 20 consecutive sweeps and count the number of adults and leaf hoppers that is present. Now, if you do that, you will see the next slide shows potato leaf hopper economic ratio. When you have the alfalfa height, you have the treats that you treat if the PLH number are or equal to or greater than listed. 3 inches 0.2 per sweep, 6 inches 0.5 per sweep, 8 to 11 inches 1.0 per sweep, greater than 12 inches 2.0 per sweep. Now, we have talked about monitoring. Let's talk about record keeping. Let's talk about action level. A record keeping system is essential to establish trends and patterns in pest outbreak. Information recorded at every inspection or treatment should include pest identification, population size, distribution, recommendation for future prevention, and complete information on the treatment action. What is a treatment action? Pests are virtually never eradicated. An action level is the population size, which requires remedial action for human health, economics, or artistic reasons. Record keeping. Why do we do record keeping? It's important. As a farmer, you must Once you are scouting, once you are doing recognizers, once you are doing all these things, once you are scouting, you are collecting data. These data are important for you to make good predictions, for you to make a good forecast, for you to make an informed decision. When you get all this information, you record them, keep them. Either you use a manual way or you use Excel worksheet, spreadsheet. Record keeping, accurate record keeping serve as a number of functions, including facilitating decision making, determining the action threshold, and demonstrating the cost and benefit of IPM. Most of the times when you keep this data and put this record and you plug them as a graph, it will amaze you what you see, what you observe. Recording the yields to show the impact of IPM adoption, calculating the income from the crop to calculate the financial benefits of IPM adoption. It also helps in providing records needed for farmers who want to be satisfied under a sustainable scheme. Most of the times, you cannot even sometimes you cannot even get a loan if you're a farmer. You cannot even get access to funds. They will ask you for a record, for your farm record. They will ask you for a lot of things because you cannot simply keep a record of what you use in your farm, then there's a problem. If you cannot tell how much you sold for a particular crop, for a particular harvest in a certain time, then there's a problem. How can you even know whether you are breaking even? How will you know whether you're making money? Now, this is a sample of a monitoring and recording group where we have dates, we have time, we have initials, we have crop location, observation type, description. We have many other options. Here, you can see visual scouting, a big box to write in all pests seen or many columns with pest species. You can see the passive monitoring, you can also see the control method. Whichever method used in farm have to be recorded. So that if you're not there, the next person that comes there will know. Take for instance, we are talking about we are trying to stop the use of a chemical if possible. And somebody is using a particular chemical every other time. Then when you decide, when you're not around, when you're on leave, how will the second person know what you're using if there's no record to show for it? It's from the record. The person will now look at and say, oh, you have been using this particular chemical for a long time, and that is why the pests are now developing resistance. So therefore, I will now change my attitude with it. Now, after we have considered the record people, then we are supposed to look at how we can, draft what we call the IPM plan. The IPM plan, next slide, comes with a template. You can see I have defined a template on how an example of an IPM plan is supposed to look like. It is not supposed to be a small thing like this. It's supposed to be in a table. We will get there. In this IPM plan, you can divide into steps, components, where you have crop varieties, you have key pests, monitoring methods, control measures, record keeping, evaluation. Now, from the example, you will see that in the crop and variety, you can see the crop labeled there, tomato, using UCA 22B. You can see the key pests. What are the key pests recorded there is whitefly or aphid. You see monitoring method that use weekly scout with sticky crop. All these things are important to have all these things in a record so that when the next person, this available person is there, then the person will know what to do and how on what kind of information to make. Next slide. Next slide shows all the integrated pest management plan table. You can see in this table there's a lot of things. This table formats allow you to track pests, to track their action threshold, to also check the outcome in one place. making farm level IPM practical and systematic. If you have all this information in one place, it's wonderful, because if you look at it, you already know this is the location, this is the section of the farm where the data were collected. Then you also see the farm size, you see the dates, you see the IPM objective that is there. Then you also see the section for pest identification, type of pest. You also see the life cycle. All these things are identified and being written inside the record of farm record. Then we have the next slide where we'll try to talk about, we are still talking about monitoring and record. We are set on, because of this monitoring and record keeping, you see, it gives us an ability to set up weekly system and SOPs for monitoring. It gives us an opportunity to label traps to match specific areas for spot treatments, keep traps in the same spot each week. Then we use multiple traps and calculate average for the threshold. We pair traps with baits if needed. Position traps where pest activities is high, it's highest. You can see the basket. That basket, we have the traps, the yellow traps. We set them because, like I said, most pests, they are attracted to colors. When you place these traps close in the farms, in the morning, in the evening, even in the afternoon, you see, by the time you check, they have already, you see, a lot of pests have already gone on the trap. It helps you. It's one of the physical and mechanical control. Then next slide, we have we are still talking about monitoring, the monitoring and the record. You can see when you look at it, you see the trapping. For animals, it is recommended that you put the trapping closer to the animal, because you know it's thick. If they're not closer to the traps are not closer to the animal, it will be hard to trap. Though it's to trap them, but it will be a little bit hard. You can see fowl mites. Fowl mites in next slide. Regular monitoring flocks, imperative to inspect and catch mites at lower population level. 10 randomly selected birds from each cage row is an entire house monitored weekly. What has changed? Knowledge gap. Knowledge gap may have changed, but they still exist and always will. What has changed and knowledge gap? Growers can conduct their own research using check scripts. Check scripts means untreated area if a product is used, can help assess if the treatment worked as you planned, or more importantly, if it did not work. Without this test script, you can still observe closely what happened, and that itself can answer questions. When you notice what happened and what did not happen, it answers the question. It answers the better question, whether what you have done is right. Yield saved by management isn't known. You don't know what you have prevented from happening. It means that leaving check script to test management effectiveness answers questions. Observing effects if you don't have test script can also answer questions. Now we talk about the elements of integrated pest management. The highlights. It shows us how it describes the pest problems, identify and describe the site and the ecology. etc. It prevents pests at your site. It monitors pests. That's the element of integrated pest management. Now we are done with the monitoring, surveillance, record keeping. Now we are going straight to the capstone workshop or our capstone project. I believe that by the time you get this presentation, when you get this training material, it will really, really help you. So you can take your time, look at it carefully. Capstone workshop. The reason for this capstone workshop is to design a farm level IPM plan. If you are in this class and you are not able to develop or design a farm level entry IPM plan, then it means that you have not been following or somebody has been distracting you. The next slide. What has changed again? Economics is important and always will be. Farming success is based on making a profit. And if you don't, your operation isn't sustainable. Habit of growers and applicators. Change is difficult and scary. Even inefficient practices can be comfortable. We know how they work. Next slide. Sample farm level IPM example using a tomato field. Here we have, this is a sample. The reason why I'm trying to describe this is for us to have an idea of what we are going to do. All these scenarios, scenario 1, scenario 2 to 7 that we have been doing is to prepare us for this particular farm level IPM plan implementation or design. So in this, you can see the table where we have the IPM steps, we have what the farmer does, we have an example. One, the first thing you do in IPM plan is identify pests, set the threshold, check the prevention method you're going to use. What is the monitoring steps you're going to use? What are control measures? Then what is the evaluation? So what the farmer does is you list the major pests, decide what to add, use resistant varieties or sanitation for prevention, then you start weekly. Then you also combine methods. Then in your evaluation, you review results. Designing a farm level plan, an IPM is a step-by-step guide that helps the farmer prevent, monitor, and control pests in the safest, most economical way. A good IPM plan focuses on prevention first, then monitoring and uses pesticides only when necessary. One, what does it entail? Identify the major pests. The farmer lists the key insects, disease, weeds, and vertebrate pests that commonly attack the crop. Example, like we have been doing maize farm, fall armyworm, stem borers, maize strike virus, striker weed, rodents. In our farm, especially in the north here, most of us don't know that there's what we call striker weed. Striker, it is a parasitic plant. You see it grows flower, you think it's just a weed, but it affects cereal crops. So it's one of those things that you identify as pests in the farm. Another example in tomato farm is whitefly, total absoluta, earlier blight, Nesserum wheat, and thrips. Another thing you have to do is to set action threshold, like we said. You set your action threshold. Action threshold tells the farmer when the pest level is high enough to require control. Example, fall armyworm. Treat when 20% of maize plants shows fresh leaf damage. And feed on bees. Trees when 50 and 50 per leaf are observed. That's why scouting is good. When you use your handlers and check and you notice all these things, then you can now know what to do. Strider removes before flowering to avoid seed spread. Because immediately strider immediately it flowers and it start bringing seeds. That seed will be there for life. It will be hard to remove. It doesn't go out. The only way you can one of the way you can remove them is what we call suicidal germination. Then what else are you going to do? Use preventive practices. This reduces pest problem before they start. Example, crop rotation. You rotate maize and cowpea and cassava to reduce stem borers and soil pests. Like I said, some people in greenhouse, they plant tomato for a long time and they already know they have problems. What are they doing? Instead of them to break the cycle, they keep on repeating the same thing. So when you're using the crop rotation measures, it helps it break the cycle. You also use resistant varieties. Using rice varieties that are tolerant to blast. Field sanitation, removing crop residues that harbors pests. Proper spacing, reduce disease by improving airflow. We have discussed all these things all over and over, but it's good that we also note that it's really important that when you're trying to design your farm level plan, you must consider all these information. Monitoring and record regularly. The farmer checks the field weekly and keeps simple record. So that even if he is not around, the next person, maybe the assistant farm manager, will know what he has applied last time. Example, using pheromone traps to monitor total absolute in tomato. Scouting maize plants row by row for armyworm damage. Keep notes of pest level, weather condition, the condition of weather, and the action taken. Then another thing you're going to also consider is choose the right control method. IPM uses a combination of, like I said, biological, chemical, cultural, mechanical control. Example, releasing wasps to control stem borers, encouraging ladybirds to manage aphids. Cultural control, earlier planting to escape peak pest period, mulching to control weed, yellow sticky traps for whiteflies, hand picking caterpillars of vegetables. Chemical method, which is the last option, spraying of selective pesticide only when thresholds are exceeded. Use mode of action rotation to prevent resistance, and use the least action pesticide. Just like we're going to discuss this discussion. Prompts. We say, what challenge do farmers face when adopting IPM? How can consistent monitoring and record keeping be achieved? What role do technology and farmers do play in improving IPM adoption? How can IPM help small holders adopt to climate change and reduce production costs? The first one is challenges farmers face when adopting IPM. Farmers often encounter several barriers when implementing IPM. Knowledge and skill gap. That's one of the problems they have. IPM requires understanding pest life cycle, beneficial organism, and economic pressure. Many smallholder farmers lack training. Example, a farmer may apply insecticide indiscriminately because they cannot identify beneficial insects like ladybug. That is one of the problems. Because of cheap labor, some of our farm owners even hire people that cannot even identify a particular pest. All they know is there's a pest. They will now go where they have chemicals and spray. That's their only option. Knowledge and skill gap, is one of the things, one of the challenges. Access to input. Biological control predators, parasitoid, or resistant varieties may be unavailable or expensive, which is true. Few years back, we can all concur that pesticide you can even buy 3,000, 2,000. But right now, they are too costly, they are very, very more expensive. Time and labor. Monitoring crop, hand weeding, implementing cultural control are labor intensive compared to big chemical spray. So therefore, it's really difficult for most people to implement, but it is the right thing to do. Risk aversion. Farmers may perceive IPM as risky if they are used to immediate results from chemical pesticide. That's why up to now, most farmers, no matter what you tell them, they feel that you don't know what you're saying because they are used to using pesticide, but they don't know that over time that the pests have already started developing resistance. Even the weed that they control have already started developing resistance. And they keep on using the same chemical they use over time. Then another problem we face is limited extension services. Lack of support from agricultural officers can slow adoption. Yes, achieve consistent monitoring record. Role of technology and farmer group in IPM adoption. IPM adoption technology. Role of technology. One, mobile app for alert, alert and weather forecast. There's a platform that you can join today that I'm telling you that if there's a change, if there's a shift in weather, you receive alert. If there's a shift or there's a locust migration, you receive alert immediately. There's also a place that the locusts are migrating from here to here, or social pest is migrating receive alert immediately. So role of technology is important. Role of sensors for detecting pest hotspots or crop stress early. Digital record keeping reduce errors and simplify trend analysis. Farmers group, like I said, is important. When you belong to some kind of farmers group or some platform, it helps information flow. Then how does IPM help smallholders adapt to climate change and reduce cost? One, resilience to pest outbreak. Climate change can increase pest spray. IPM reduce dependency on chemical spray and use diversified control. Reduce production costs by applying chemicals only when necessary and using cultural and biological control. Farmers save input and cost. Not every time you use small thing that does not even matter, you use chemical. Every small thing use chemical. Every small thing use chemical. No, that is not it. You have to do it combination of all that control by maintaining soil health and biodiversity, help crop withstand extreme weather events. Stable yield, early detection, and integrated crop control prevents several losses during unpredictable climate events. It also helps in safeguarding farmers' income. Example, a smallholder farmer using IPM on tomato may combine resistant varieties, intercropping, and predator pests. Even during a warm and wet season that's favorable for fungal disease, the farmer avoid blanket fungicide spraying, saves money, and still maintain healthy yield. Now, having listened to all this, we're now entering into our capstone workshop. Next slide. The capstone workshop designing a farm-level IPM plan. This section marks the practical stage of the integrated pest management learning journey. Objective: to guide the participants in developing a realistic IPM plan for a specific crop. Using all the 6 modules by So it means that if you are not being there in module 1, in module 2, in module 3, module 4, module 5, that does not mean you not attempt this, you must attempt it. By the end of this section, you should be able to identify and prioritize major pest problem on the farm. You must be able to design an IPM plan using preventive, biological, cultural, and mechanical chemical method. Then you also establish a system for monitoring, record keeping, and evaluation. It also helps you to present to plan and justify your management choices. This capstone reinforces IPM as a cycle of learning, applying, and improving. So we are moving. Next slide. Practical training activities. Develop a complete IPM plan. This plan is for everybody. Every one of us. We have to develop a complete IPM plan. Whether there is no failing, there is no passing. Please, so that you will not say that, oh, you don't want to fail, you don't want somebody to see that you're not doing well. No. Please attempt it. It's really important. It gives you an edge. Scenario crops, we have maize, rainy season. This scenario is in southeast Nigeria. You may replace maize with rice, tomato, cassava, pepper, yam, etc. The tax is each group or each participant will prepare an IPM plan for a real farm in this village. One, the farm location is in Kano East, Enugu State. Land size is 1 hectare. The crop we are using is maize. If you are not comfortable with maize, then you can use a crop of your own choice. Among the maize, rice, tomato, cassava, pepper. Season. The season is May to September. Farmer challenge. Pest pressure increasing yield, high cost of chemical spray. Now, next slide. All the farmers is to create a complete IPM plan for a choosing crop. One, identify major pests and describe their damage symptoms. Identify major pests and identify their damage symptoms. 2, describe monitoring and surveillance method used. 3, choose appropriate control option, whether cultural, biological, mechanical, or chemical. 4, create a record keeping template showing action taken and results observed. 5, propose indicators for evaluating success and future improvement. Don't forget, in slide 162, I said that the farm is in southeast, the land size is 1 hectare, and the season is May to September. Farmer challenge is there's a pest pressure increasing yearly, high cost of chemical spray. What do you do? Now, we have the activities has been read for us that we should identify from 1 to 5. In the other modules, I've been so gracious to give you people the info, give you the ideas of what to do. But here now, this is exactly how it appears. They will not tell you. You know the things you see in the rice farm. You know the things you see in the maize farm. You know the things you see in the tomato farm. This is what you see there. Now they are asking you to identify major pests and describe their damage system. If you are using maize, this is what it is. Describe monitoring and evaluation, monitoring and surveillance method you used. Choose appropriate control option. Create record keeping templates. Train action taken and result. Then also propose indicators for evaluating success and future improvement. That is, if you want to be a very good IPM officer, you'll be able to, at the end of the day, propose indicators for evaluating success and future improvement. That's where recommendations comes. That's where they know that you are actually an IPM expert. So I will give everyone 25 to 30 minutes to come up with something. All of us, we are doing it right now. Then, if time permits us, we solve it here and look at it very, very well. I want everybody to participate. I want everyone to participate. I know you have your books, you have your notebooks, you have your pen. The slide will be posted on the platform by the technical team so that you look at it very well and answer the question. Please don't move the slide more than this. It's really important.
Okay, sir.
It's really important that you will be able to design, you'll be able to design a complete IPM plan. So take your time, we have enough time. Look at it. Today is our last day. So if you're not able to, do this, then it means that the challenges that have been said about this is true. Knowledge and skill gap is one of the challenges farmers face. So I don't want to say that it is our problem now. No. But I believe that everyone here, based on the fact that you have been from mode 1 to now, you'll be able to tackle this issue. Most of you are so good in tackling these issues in the farm. So let's do it together. Don't forget the scenario crop, maize, rainy season is in southeast, farm locations in southeast, the land size is 1 hectare, maize is a crop, season it was planted is May to September. The challenge, farmer challenge is pest pressure, increasing yield, high cost of chemical spray. So we are now tasked, we ask to solve this by identifying major pests and describe their damage symptoms, describe monitoring and surveillance methods that we have adopted, to choose appropriate control options, whether cultural, chemical, biological, or mechanical. Then also use create a record keeping template showing action taken and results observed. Then we now propose an indicators for evaluating success and future improvements. That is where the recommendation comes in.
What is the problem of the network? Problem of network. We are not hearing anything.
It's not network. We are in our capstone project right now. We are doing the assignments together. I hope we are on it, and we are trying our best to complete this project. It's really important that we tell ourselves that we are here and we're learning for these past 6 classes now, and we know what we're doing. I will still go through it again. The question is to identify major pests of any crops that you are choosing, describe their damage symptoms, then describe monitoring and surveillance method you used, choose appropriate control options. This is your farm, this is where you work. You have to be able to describe the monitoring and surveillance method used. Choose appropriate control option, whether it is cultural, biological, mechanical, or chemical. Create a record-keeping template showing action taken and result observed. Then you also propose indicators for evaluating success and future improvement. Do not forget that one of the reasons for the IPM is to reduce the amount of chemicals that we or pesticide that we use in our farm. If possible, not using at all. But if you are going to use it, then we are going to use the least toxic pesticide. Are we on it?
Yes.
Good, good, good. Just take your time. Because these are things immediately you come to your farm. These are things you walked into. You look at your farm and you saw there's a problem. It is not left for you to take your time and implement a plan of how to solve the problem. Not just run and start pouring chemical everywhere. If you're able to implement design this IPM plan, then it should be perfect for you. Each time you have a problem, don't rush into solving it, carrying chemical because that's the only option. No, there are other options. That is the reason why we are trying to create a complete IPM plan. We'll be stopping the project by 5:35. So I'm just giving you more 10 minutes to see what you come up with so we can proceed. Yeah, well done, guys. Well done, everyone. This is not supposed to be difficult because if you have been with us from module 1, module 2, 3, 4, 5, and today, you will know that it's not supposed to be. If you are done, please raise your hand.
Uh, Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Please, give us more time, like 5 minutes more. Sorry, sir.
Yes, we have to start 5:35. 5 more
Okay,
minutes.
okay, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. So if you are done, please start sending your your response. Ngozi Juliet, I see your response.
Sir, I'm in number 3. Maybe I should just say what I have.
Mr. Joshua, you came late today. What happened?
Hello, sir.
You came late.
No, sir, I'm in number 3. Maybe I should just say what I have, or should I keep
No,
going
just
on?
keep going while others respond.
Okay, sir.
This is very, very important.
Hello, sir. I dropped something on the chat box.
I saw it. I have acknowledged. Okay, let's move let's move ahead. The question is identify major pests and describe their damage symptoms. So we are starting with number 1. Identify major pests and describe their damage symptoms. Expected pests in a typical Nigerian maize field.
Sorry, sir, you are answering the question already.
I should give you 2 minutes.
Okay, sir.
2
All
minutes.
right. Okay, sir. Sir, let me just say what I have. Writing may not have. I may not have time.
We want you to type it and
Okay.
send it.
Okay.
So let me just go ahead. It's already So identify major pests and describe their damage symptoms. I'm still surprised I see only Juliet and Joshua that have come up with something. What happened to the rest? Well, more than 22 persons. So what happened to the rest? Okay. Pests. In a typical maize farm, we have fall armyworm, damage and symptoms, window-like holes, leaf shredding, frass in hole. When it occurs early mid-season, stem borer, dead hard boring stem 4 to 6 weeks after planting. Termite attack roots, lodging, soil cover stem, late season or dry area. Aphid, honeydew, soot mold, stunted roots. When does it occur? Dry period. Weeds, competition for nutrients. It reduces yield. When does it happen? Earlier season. That is all for the pests. To describe the monitoring and evaluation and monitoring and the surveillance method you use. 1. Monitoring example for maize. Field sprouting twice weekly in each stage. Sample 20 plants per plot. Check the hole for the fall armyworm, larva, and the frags. Use pheromone traps for fall armyworms monitoring. Set threshold to example 20% of plants with larva trigger actions. Also check weeds at 2 weeks, 4 weeks, and 6 weeks. Observe natural enemies, ladybug, parasitoid wax. The reason why we are checking this weed for 2 weeks, 4 weeks, and 6 weeks, especially some of us have this problem with parasitic weeds that we talked about before. So we have to check it to make sure that we remove it. 3, choose appropriate control option. Cultural control, earlier planting, May to June. Good spacing, crop rotation, field sanitation, whereby we remove residue. Mechanical control, hand picking of the larva of armyworm, crushing eggs masses, roguing heavily infested plants, whole weeding at boundary control, use of BT, conservation of ladybirds and parasitoid, neem leaf aqueous extract spray, chemical control. If the fall armyworm crosses the threshold, then they use 1 or 2 chemicals. Don't forget, what we are using mostly is the least toxic pesticide. Use correct dosage of fill. Apply the PPE and well-calibrated knapsack sprayer. 4, create a record-keeping template. In this template, what we have is we have dates, we have pests observed, we have pest level, we have control action taken, we have products, products used and those. We also have weather, we have results after 7 days, we have official signature or the name of the person, the staff that is carrying out the activity. Example, today is 6th December, the date 6th December, pest observed, fall armyworm larva, pest level, 15% pest infested. We also have a control action taken. You have used neem extra spray because it's organic and because it also forms part of the least toxic pesticide. It works like miracle. Products used 100 ml per knapsack. How is the weather? The weather is cloudy. The result after 7 days, it reduced to 5%. 5, propose indicators for evaluating success and future improvements. Possible success indicators include reduction of fall worm infestation. When you have in your number 4 question answer, in your record, you have noticed that there's reduction by 5%. So it's an indicator that the IPM is working. Percentage reduction in fall worm infestation. Number of spray reduced because if you are spraying regularly like 5 to 6 times in a week, now you have suddenly reduced to maybe 2 times. It means that it is working. The reason why you are increasing your spraying time is because you are faced with pressure. The pest pressure is much. But not because the thing is the IPM plan you have used is working. You have reduced it to spray. Increase in yield. Increase beneficial insect in field. Reduce cost of pest control by 30%. Farmer satisfaction also is showing lower weed pressure by 40%. If you check it by 2nd week, 4th week, and 6th week, you will now realize that the lower weed pressure has been increased by 40%. Decrease in pesticide poisoning cases. These are indicators, success indicators. Then what are the future improvement indicators? introduce resistant varieties, improve record keeping, adopt group purchasing of biopesticide, train farmers on sprayers calibration, increase use of experimental traps. Some farmers don't even know how to calibrate the NASA. They don't know how to, they will just use one and pour. You must, they have to be taught on how to calibrate it. We have answered the question, what the responses from 1 to 5. If you have anything close to it, then you have done so well. Next slide, please. Reflection and takeaway. Key lesson. Monitoring helps identify the right time for action. Record keeping supports accountability and learning. Evaluation ensures that practice are improved continuously. Quote, what get measured, get managed. IPM is not just about controlling pests, but about managing ecosystem sustainably. Do not forget that. Next slide. Next step, apply what you have learned to your own farm and project site. Document your first season's IPM experience and lesson learned. Share findings through the Better Farm Training Network. Keep innovating with local and low-cost solutions. It's really important. Closing notes. The goal of IPM is not just pest control, don't forget. It's growing healthy crop while protecting people, soil, and environment. Thank you for your participation and dedication to sustainable agriculture. Thank you very much.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. That is very, very beautiful presentation. Thank you so much. And thank you for summarizing what IPM is all about. We now understand that it's not just about pest management. Thank you so much. God bless you, Mr. Lucky. Please let us continue clapping. Let's keep it coming. Let's keep the clap coming. He has done what Napoleon could not do. He has done what Napoleon could not do in 1902. So please keep clapping. Thank you. Thank you. Remember that you're not clapping for him on Tuesday again. So use all the Tuesday, all the Saturday claps and clap today. Let me join. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. God bless you. GSAI is very grateful. We are very, very grateful for all you've done for us, for your time, your data, your knowledge. Thank you so much. God bless you, sir. All right. So who has a question here? Does any, if you have a question, please signify by raising your hands. Signify by raising your hands so that we can call on you, say what you want to say. And very importantly, anybody that is saying something, please do not hesitate to thank the facilitator first, because it is not easy to come up here and talk to people. It is not easy to share knowledge in a world where people are hiding contacts. Remember that there was a fight on Instagram the other day where they were insulting somebody for giving out a contact for free. That got something, and someone wants to start that business, and she gave out her contact for free. It was a war. It was war zone. So this is Mr. Lucky sharing his knowledge to us for free. I don't know if how many of you paid for this training, but I know that we were not asked to pay. So this is totally free and it has impacted on us so much. So before you ask your question, make sure you say thank you. All right, over to you, Mr. Joshua.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lucky. Um, I really appreciate your contribution. I must say that someone once told me that I'm not trying to, let me say a disclaimer, I'm not trying to say education is not good. But when you have practical exposition, you tend to grab more and have hands on the job experience than reading theories. What you have given us is more than theory. So I must say thank you very much, sir. So we'll continue to pray that God will further expand your coast and you'll be having more consultations. So
Amen.
my question is this, sir. The class has been interesting, but I saw an area as regards to how you control. How do you? I have about three questions. The first one is what? How do you release wasp in your farm? Like I have a farm, I want to release parasitic wasp. How do I do I get them, or is by maintaining a normal healthy farm so that the natural ones can come, or are there wasps out there that you can buy and release? And then my second question is this. You made mention of a platform where you can have latest information about perhaps pest outbreak. So I don't know if there is a platform we can join to help us have latest information about pest or disease outbreak. I think that will further help us in having a good management. Then the third question is this, sir. Sometimes birds will tend to destroy some of your maize at some point, and then perhaps beans too when they are about to dry. So the IPM didn't really mention about pests like birds. So maybe they are not a challenge. I don't know. I said I should ask. Are they are birds actually a challenge, or are they categorized as pests, or they are not? Thank you, sir. Hello?
Thank you, Mr. Joshua.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Yeah, birds are they're also part of the pest, but you know that they can easily be controlled when you're using like pest carriers. So you talked about how do you release the wax? Most of the times you get them, you get them from the nearby farm. Are you getting me? Hello?
Yes, sir. I can hear you, sir.
Yes, you get them because they are parasitoids. So you get them either from already existing farm that has released theirs, or you get there are extension agents that knows how to do that, that know where to get it. So you get it from them. So what other question did you ask? The third question I can't find it. Can
Yes,
you
sir.
repeat again? The third
Yes, sir.
question.
Yes, a platform where is there any platform where we can get latest information about maybe a pest or disease outbreak where information are disseminated? So I don't know if
Take for
there is.
instance the Better Farmers platform. After the program, it will still be available. Are you getting?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yes. Then the second class where we do data, they provide um, a lot of those services. But in Better Farmers now, after this program, what, whatever the problems are, you can share it and they will start giving you information. We are me personally, I have I have I have I have an app which I also use, which I will share with the Better Farmers, and we'll take it from there.
Okay.
There are other
Okay,
platforms.
Mr. Victor, did you hear him?
There are
Yes, I
other
did hear him.
there are also other platforms like farmers. You join from there are other farmers association if that you can also join that have this enable alert system that immediately there's a problem, they send alert to their followers or to the group to notify them. So such exists, and the Better Farmers uh, stands. Better Farmers are the best option right now because immediately after this program it will be activated. I believe so. Mr. Joshua, did I answer your questions?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I appreciate, sir. God bless you. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Is there any other person with a question? Is there any other hand that is raised? Anybody on YouTube? Anybody on YouTube that wants to tell us, ask a question? Okay, Mr. Emmanuel, please over to you.
Good evening. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, facilitator. You have done wonderfully well. We really appreciate you. I really appreciate you. Appreciate the knowledge you've shared, and we are really grateful for the depth of the information you've passed to us. I don't know, maybe I missed it somewhere along the line, but I want to ask if it is possible that you can make available for us a labeled images of these common pests. Maybe what I'm trying to say is that so that at least we can have them off. Yeah, if it is if we know this is how they look, so by the time you see the pest in the farm, oh okay, I've seen this image before. I quickly will be able to identify, so I will know what it does, the harm it can do, and then at the end of the day I will be able to get a better information as to how to handle it. Because sometimes when you don't even know what uh, the pest is, what it looks like, you may not be able to identify it, talk less identifying the damage it can cause to each of the crops. Sometimes some pests are in a farm that they really cannot harm the crop. So you know this one cannot even harm this, so you don't give yourself any stress. But some, if you know what the pests look like, you'll be able to know what it can do. So I don't know if you can give us a kind of labeled images of this pest. We will appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Emma. I will generate this like the level of the images of the common pest. I will generate them as much as I can and share with the Better Farmers on the platform so that it will be shared. Everybody can have access to it.
Thank you very much. We'll appreciate that. Maybe as it goes, we can go along with this day 6 trading.
Thank you very much, sir.
At least it's some development you can have. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
All right, so Thank you so much, sir, for attending to our questions. And I want to especially thank all the students that have been here. Sorry, all the farmers. Thank you for working with us. You know that thing they used to say, work with me. You have worked with us from day one till today. I remember in our first class, we had a lot of people here and we had a lot of people on YouTube. And as the day goes by, like as a Christian, we have where the Bible says many are called, few are choosing. I think that was what happened here, and a lot of people were called, and a lot of people, a few people are remaining right now. And I'm sure we still have hundreds of people in our WhatsApp group. Maybe they are going to learn from the materials, understand that we are all busy and all that. So maybe when the materials are dropped, they will go through it at their convenience. But I want to thank everyone that has showed up every day. I know there are people that have showed up here every time that we have this training. Those are the people that are really conscious and really interested to be a better farmer. I pray may God bless the reward the works of your hands in Jesus' name. Mr. Babangida, what do you want to say? Because
Okay, my name is Babangida Ibrahim. I'm communicating from Jigawa right now. Ma, I have heard what you have said about our other colleagues. You know, majority of our people inside this group that we are following this system, most of us, we did not go towards the educational of agriculture. We only practice it in a physical way as a farmers. That is the
no,
difference between us and the others. The ones that they are always communicating, they are the ones that they are being into the system of education of agriculture, but the remaining ones, they are farmers, but not being in educationally farmers of agriculture, but they are physical in agriculture. That is the essence of what makes them, you will not hurt them, but some of them, they cannot even communicate. That is the issue. Like
that's
me, I am not
and
an agriculture, but I'm agriculture by practice, but not by
yeah,
educationally. That is the
yeah.
difference. But I have passed through system of education. I'm still even working in a university.
Oh, that's good.
But definitely, that is the essence why you did not see some of our colleagues. They are so silent. They cannot even communicate due to the situation. Most of them, they cannot even speak in front of people, most especially in a publicly like this. That is the essence. I hope I hope they will understand each and every one of us the difference between the
I understand.
educated one and then the that's thank you, ma. I'm so appreciating the knowledge we are so acquired and we are going to continue using it. We thank for the we thanks to the enumerators and the other everybody there. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Mr. Mark. Mr. Mark, do we still have another announcement?
Yes, we do. Thank you very much, everyone. Can we please hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you very much. Before I
Yes,
go
go
ahead,
ahead. You can
please.
hear me, Mr. Man.
All right, thank you very much. Please, Chigozie, I'm seeing your hand. Can you just use some few seconds to say what you want to say, please? Chigozie, are you with us? All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for today. Thank you very much, our facilitator. Thank you, Mr. Hazurike Loki, for being with us today. Thank you for being with us, teaching us, facilitating this session from the beginning of the session even till now.
Hello, good evening, sir.
We are very, very grateful. Thank you very much. And thank you to everyone that is on the call. Thank you to our second facilitator. She's also here on the call. Thank you to all the farmers that are here. What a journey it has been. I have learned, you have learned, we all have learned. For the announcement, we were privileged to have the executive director with us on the call today, and he announced what we needed to hear. So for those of us that were not here in the call, if you have not yet paid for your certificates, please try and pay up today. Today is the last day for the payment. But the director, executive director, Mr. Black, said that he's going to extend the date. So for those of us that have not been able to pay, the date will be extended, and it will be extended to 27th December. And that will be the end. That will be the last. So if you can't pay up today, please, it will be extended to 27th December. But for those of us that have paid already, you get your certificates according to him next week. So you get, when we do confirmation, you get a certificate. And also, dear data farmers, GSAI will verify each and every certificate and also verify every payment we receive. So I do not expect data farmers to want to place smart one on GSAI. So please, if you know that you didn't pay and you don't want to place smart one, please do not fill the certificate form. Then also, we are coming to the end of the program, the training, ensure to network. Like our facilitator said, the group will be active, the group will still exist even after the training. So more information about the group will be sent later to us. Implement the information you've learned. Like I said during the last training, implement the information you've learned here. Don't just learn it and go away. Thank you very much, Beta Farmers. If you have any questions, please, that has not yet been addressed, we are very behind schedule. Please do feel free to drop the questions in the WhatsApp group after 9 o'clock. That's after the last training session. Do feel free to drop the questions, or you can still drop them in my DM. Very importantly, do not miss the very last class for today. I'm going to start from 7 o'clock to 9 p.m. Do not miss the class. Do not miss that class, because it is in that class that we will have the digital and media officer tell us the winners of those who were active participants on our social media pages. And like we said, the 10 winners are going to have a 50% discount to pay to donate for the certificate, for one certificate. So if you're among the winners and you haven't yet donated for the certificate, you will not pay 5,000 naira for one certificate. Instead, you will pay 2,500 naira. But if you want to get both certificates, you will pay 5,500 naira. That is in response to GSAI hearing your complaints saying that the cost, the money is high. So we gave a little task. And once we're done with classes like this, we say rush to social media pages and go and engage. For those that engaged, there are prices for them. So, and that will also be the very last class. We'll say our bye-byes. So do not miss the class that will start from 7 o'clock to 9 p.m. Thank you very much, everyone. And for those, for the IPM session, I will close with the question I started with. Dear Beta Farmers, we have run through the 6 weeks training. We have gone through the ups and downs of IPM. We've learned a lot, done capstone projects, and grown. Dear Beta Farmers, have you become a beta farmer? Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. Bye. See you in the group.
Bye.
Bye.